You ever looked at someone who lies, manipulates, and hurts others, yet they seem to have everything? They succeed, they shine, they get what they want without effort. Meanwhile, you, a good-hearted person, keep struggling. You give, you love, you stay honest, but life keeps testing you. Does it feel unfair? Does it make you wonder, why does God give strength to narcissists while the chosen ones suffer? You're not alone. Many chosen ones feel this pain. But what if I told you there's a deeper reason behind it? What if your struggles are not a punishment, but a preparation? This isn't just another video. It's a message for those who feel lost, broken, or forgotten. If you've been questioning your journey, stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to reveal will shift your perspective forever. Before we dive in, let's build something powerful together. Drop a comment if you've ever felt this way. Let's create a community where chosen ones support each other, where truth is spoken, and where we rise together. Now let's uncover the hidden truth, why God allows narcissists to grow strong while testing His chosen ones. The answer might just change the way you see everything. Stay tuned. Life often feels unfair. You see people who lie, manipulate, and hurt others, yet they seem to have everything: wealth, power, confidence, and success. They walk with pride, untouched by struggle, while good-hearted people face endless hardships. It seems like the world rewards those who take shortcuts, while punishing those who choose honesty and kindness. But why does this happen? Why do narcissists appear to be strong and successful while the chosen ones suffer? This is the shocking paradox of life. It seems like the selfish, arrogant, and manipulative people rise to the top, while those with pure hearts are tested again and again. But what if things aren't as they seem? Think about it. What kind of strength do narcissists really have? Their power comes from control, lies, and an inflated sense of self. Their confidence is built on validation from others. Their success often comes at the cost of hurting people around them. They may appear strong, but deep inside, they are fragile. Without attention, their confidence shatters. Without control, they feel powerless. Now look at the chosen ones. They face rejection, betrayal, and hardship. But through every struggle, they grow wiser. Their strength comes from within, not from people's opinions. Their confidence is built on truth, not deception. Their success is not instant, but when it comes, it lasts. Here's the truth. Narcissists are not being blessed. They are being given temporary power that will eventually fade. Their strength is not real strength, it's an illusion. Meanwhile, the chosen ones are being shaped into something greater. Every hardship they face is refining them, making them unshakable. So when you see narcissists thriving while you struggle, don't be discouraged. The journey of a chosen one is difficult because it leads to something much bigger. While their power will crumble, your strength will become unstoppable. At first glance, narcissists seem powerful. They walk with confidence, demand attention, and often get what they want. They appear fearless, successful, and untouchable. People admire them, fear them, or even follow them. It looks like they have everything: money, influence, and control. But is this strength real? The truth is, their strength is an illusion. Narcissists don't have real confidence. They have ego. Their power isn't built on wisdom or inner strength. It's built on control and manipulation. They thrive on praise and validation from others. Without it, they feel empty. This is why they constantly seek attention, dominate conversations, and put others down, because deep inside, they are insecure. A truly strong person doesn't need to prove their worth. They stand firm even when no one is watching. But narcissists, they need an audience. Their confidence is like a mask, shiny on the outside, but hollow underneath. So what happens when the illusion breaks? At some point, the power of narcissists always crumbles. It may take time, but the truth always comes out. Their lies catch up with them. The people they manipulated eventually see through the act. Their need for constant admiration becomes exhausting, and they start losing control. Without others feeding their ego, they collapse. Some try to regain power by finding new victims, but it never lasts. They live in fear. Fear of being exposed, fear of losing their influence, fear of being forgotten. That's not real strength. That's weakness disguised as power. Meanwhile, the chosen ones build true strength. Their power doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from within. They don't need lies to succeed. They rise through wisdom, patience, and resilience. While the narcissist's world eventually falls apart, the chosen ones stand strong, unshaken. So next time you see a narcissist looking powerful, remember, it's only temporary. Their illusion will fade, but your strength will last forever. Life for the chosen ones is never easy. They face rejection, betrayal, loneliness, and endless struggles. It can feel like they are being punished or abandoned, while others seem to live effortlessly. But the truth is, they are not being abandoned, they are being refined. Think of gold. Before it shines, it must go through fire. The intense heat burns away impurities, making it stronger and more valuable. The same happens with the chosen ones. Every hardship they face is like a fire, not to destroy them, but to purify them. The pain, the struggles, the heartbreak, it is all shaping them into something greater. Pain has a purpose. It teaches wisdom. It builds resilience, and it forces the chosen ones to grow in ways that comfort never could. Every betrayal teaches them discernment. Every setback teaches them patience. Every storm teaches them faith. This is why narcissists seem to have it easy. They are not being refined. They take shortcuts, avoid accountability, and live for temporary pleasures. But because they never face true trials, they never develop true strength. Their confidence is fragile, their power is hollow, and their success is temporary. The chosen ones, however, are being prepared for something bigger. Their struggles are shaping them into warriors, leaders, and healers. When their time comes, they will rise, not because life was easy, but because they endured the fire and became unshakable. So if you are struggling, don't lose heart. You are not being punished. You are being transformed. And when the refining fire has done its work, you will shine brighter than ever before. Life is full of challenges, and for the chosen ones, the road is even harder. You face constant setbacks, betrayals, loneliness, and heartbreak. It feels like nothing comes easy, like every step forward is met with resistance. And in the darkest moments, one question always comes to mind: why me? Why does God allow me to suffer while others seem to thrive? But what if your struggles are not punishments? What if they are a test of faith, resilience, and your divine calling? Throughout history, every great leader, prophet, and chosen soul has been tested. They were not given easy lives, they were not handed success. Instead, they endured pain, loss, and rejection. Not because they were forgotten, but because they were being prepared. Think of Job, a man of great faith who lost everything: his family, his wealth, his health. But his suffering was not a punishment. It was a test to prove his faith. And when he endured, he was restored beyond measure. Look at Joseph, betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison. But every trial he faced was shaping him for something greater. When his time came, he rose to power and saved nations. Your struggles are doing the same for you. They are not breaking you, they are making you. The greater the calling, the harder the test. Narcissists and selfish people don't face the same level of trials. Why? Because they are not being shaped for anything greater. They take shortcuts. They seek quick success. They avoid pain, so they never grow. Their strength is shallow. Their power is temporary. But the chosen ones, they are different. Their calling is greater, so their test is harder. Every hardship, every moment of doubt, every tear shed is part of the process. It's refining them, making them unstoppable. Faith in the fire. When life gets tough, it's easy to question everything, but the real test is holding on when nothing makes sense, having faith when you see no results, trusting the process when the road is painful. Because here's the truth, when your time comes, you will rise. And when you do, you will realize that every struggle had a purpose. Every trial was necessary. Every battle you fought was making you into the person you were always meant to be. So don't give up. You are not being punished. You are being tested, prepared, and strengthened for something far greater than you can imagine. And when the test is over, you will step into your true destiny, stronger, wiser, and unshakable. Life can feel deeply unfair when you see narcissists thriving while the chosen ones struggle. They cheat, lie, and manipulate their way to success, while those who walk in truth and integrity face setback after setback. It's frustrating. It makes you question everything. Why does the universe reward them and delay me? But what if what you see is not the full picture? What if their success is temporary while yours is being built to last? Karmic delays. The illusion of winning. Narcissists seem to rise fast. They gain power, money, and influence with ease. But their success is built on shaky foundations, manipulation, deceit, and selfish ambition. The universe operates on a system of balance. Everything we do creates energy, good or bad, that must be repaid. Narcissists may cheat the system for a while, but they cannot escape karma. Karmic debt doesn't collect instantly. It builds over time. At first, they appear to win, but what they are really doing is stacking up consequences that will hit them later, when they least expect it. This is why so many people who seem powerful at first eventually crumble. They burn bridges, push people away, and create enemies without realizing it. Their moment of downfall is always waiting. It may take years, but it will come. Divine timing. The rise of the chosen ones. Meanwhile, the chosen ones take the slow path. Nothing is handed to them. They work hard, suffer trials, and wait patiently while others seem to race ahead. But here's the truth. You are not being delayed. You are being prepared. Divine timing means everything happens exactly when it is supposed to. You are not meant for quick, shallow success like narcissists. Your foundation is being built strong. Your character is being shaped. Your path is being cleared for a destiny far greater than you can imagine. This is why the chosen ones always rise in the end. When the narcissist's world collapses under the weight of their own karma, you will still be standing, unshaken, unstoppable. So trust the process. Your time is coming. And when it does, no force in the universe will be able to stop you. Narcissists walk through life with an aura of confidence. They appear powerful, fearless, and untouchable. People admire them, follow them, and even fear them. But is their power real? Or is it just an illusion waiting to collapse? The truth is, narcissists do not have real power. They only have control over people who believe in their illusion. Their strength comes from external validation, praise, admiration, and the fear they instill in others. Take that away, and they crumble. The weakness of external power. Narcissists are like castles built on sand. Their entire identity is based on how others perceive them. That's why they constantly seek attention, control, and superiority. Deep down, they are insecure, terrified of being exposed as weak. This is why they need to dominate others, because without an audience, they are nothing. If people stop feeding their ego, they fall apart. If someone sees through their mask, they panic. If they lose control, they spiral. Their power is false, and that is why it never lasts. The unshakable strength of the chosen ones. Unlike narcissists, Chosen ones don't need the approval of the world to validate their worth. They don't rely on applause, followers, or status. Their strength comes from within. Through pain, struggle, and hardship, they build a foundation that cannot be broken. They learn resilience, patience, and true confidence. Not the shallow kind that disappears when people stop clapping, but the kind that stands strong even in solitude. This is why narcissists may rise quickly, but chosen ones rise permanently. They don't need to manipulate, control, or force their way to the top. They simply become so powerful that nothing can shake them. Narcissists need the world. Chosen ones are built to stand alone. And in the end, only one of them will truly last. There are moments in life when everything seems to fall apart. You try, you pray, you push forward, yet doors slam in your face. People betray you, opportunities vanish, you feel stuck, abandoned, and defeated. It's easy to think, why is this happening to me? Why does God let me suffer while others succeed? But what if your suffering isn't a punishment? What if it's protection? Not every closed door is a loss. Some are shields. You may not see it now, but some of the things you desperately wanted would have destroyed you. Some relationships that broke you would have drained your soul. Some jobs, opportunities, or shortcuts would have taken you away from your divine purpose. Sometimes, when things don't work out, it's because something unseen is at play, something that is keeping you safe. Think about the people you once admired who turned out to be toxic. Imagine if you had stayed in that situation, blindly following them. Imagine if you had achieved success too soon without the wisdom to handle it. Imagine if you had trusted the wrong person with your future. The pain you feel now is not rejection. It's redirection. God sees what you can't. A narcissist chases everything, money, power, attention, without thinking of the consequences. But the chosen ones? They are guided. They are not allowed to rush into things that would harm them. They are tested, refined, and sometimes delayed. Not because they are being punished, but because they are being protected. Every hardship is shaping you. Every delay is a lesson. Every loss is making space for something better. One day, you will look back and realize that what seemed like suffering was actually your greatest blessing. And when your true path is revealed, you'll understand why every painful step was necessary. History repeats itself. Time and time again, we see those who climb to power through lies, manipulation, and deceit eventually crumble. At first, they seem unstoppable, winning at every turn, crushing those who stand in their way. But no empire built on deception lasts forever. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. This is not just a saying, it is a universal law. The law of reversal. The rise and fall of false kings. Throughout history, the world has witnessed powerful rulers, corrupt leaders, and deceitful individuals rise to the top. They gain influence by stepping on others, controlling the weak, and bending the truth to fit their agenda. But where are they now? Dictators who once ruled with an iron fist were eventually overthrown. Wealthy manipulators who thought they were untouchable lost everything. Even in scripture, those who oppressed the righteous met a bitter end. No matter how high they climb, a fall always comes. The hidden strength of the chosen ones. Meanwhile, the ones who suffer in silence, the ones who remain honest, patient, and faithful, are being prepared for something greater. They are forced to endure hardships, to walk a longer road, to struggle while others take shortcuts. But their foundation is solid. When their time comes, they will rise in a way that cannot be undone. They will not fall like the others because their strength is real. This is why Scripture says, "The first shall be last, and the last shall be first." It means that those who rush ahead with greed and deceit will not stay in power, and those who were once overlooked, rejected, and forgotten will one day stand in victory. The shift is coming. Look around, change is already happening. Corrupt leaders are being exposed, lies are crumbling under the weight of truth. The illusion of power is fading. And those who have endured the longest, their time is coming. Because no matter how much the world seems unfair, the law of reversal cannot be broken. The chosen ones will rise, and nothing can stop it. Narcissists live for themselves. Every action they take is to feed their ego, to feel superior, to be admired, to be in control. They chase wealth, status, and attention as if these things define their worth, but deep down they are empty. Chosen ones live for something greater. They feed their soul. Instead of chasing temporary validation, they seek truth, wisdom, and a higher purpose. Their journey is not about control, but about becoming who they were truly meant to be. And in the end, only one of these paths leads to something eternal. The fragile nature of the ego. The ego is never satisfied. A narcissist can have everything, power, money, fame, but they will still feel hollow. That's why they constantly seek more, why they demand attention, why they manipulate and control. But ego-based power is weak. It relies on others to survive. The moment people stop admiring, the moment they lose control, the illusion shatters. It's like a balloon, big, inflated, floating high, but one sharp truth, one failure, one moment of exposure, and it pops. The eternal strength of the soul. The soul, however, does not need validation. It does not need an audience. It is built through truth, growth, and divine purpose. While the ego clings to the material, the soul rises above it. Chosen ones may struggle. They may face rejection, loneliness, and hardship. But through every battle, their soul is strengthened, and what is built within cannot be destroyed. This is why the narcissist falls, but the chosen one endures. Which one lasts? The ego fades. The soul lasts forever. When everything is stripped away, when life is over, only one thing remains: who you became on the inside. So the real question is, which one are you feeding? In life, there are two paths, the easy road and the hard road. Narcissists always take the easy one. They cheat, manipulate, and deceive their way to the top. At first, it looks like they are winning. Fame, wealth, and power come to them effortlessly. Meanwhile, chosen ones struggle. Every step is a battle. They face rejection, betrayal, and hardship. While the narcissist climbs fast, the chosen one seems stuck. But here's the truth. Easy success is a trap. It looks like a blessing, but it is actually a curse. And those who take shortcuts always pay the price in the end. Why narcissists rise? Quickly. Narcissists don't believe in patience. They want everything now: attention, success, money, power. They are willing to step on others to get ahead. They manipulate people to gain trust and then use them. Take credit for others' work while putting in minimal effort. Use deception and lies to make themselves look better. Chase status over substance, focusing on appearance rather than true growth. Because of this, they often rise quickly. They get the promotions, the praise, and the admiration, but their success is built on shaky ground. It is a house of cards. One strong wind and everything falls. The hidden strength of the hard road. Chosen ones, on the other hand, don't take shortcuts. They walk the hard road, the road of patience, integrity, and discipline. Their progress is slow because they are building something real. They learn from their struggles, growing wiser with each challenge, develop resilience so nothing can break them, stay true to their values, refusing to compromise their soul for success, gain wisdom which no one can take away from them. While the narcissist is focused on speed, the chosen one is focused on foundation. And in the end, a strong foundation always outlasts a weak structure. The fall of the narcissist. Success that comes too easily is dangerous. When someone rises too fast without learning discipline, patience, or wisdom, they do not know how to handle it. They become arrogant and careless. They make enemies because they lack true character. They rely on others' approval, and when that approval fades, so does their power. They self-destruct because they have never faced true hardship and don't know how to survive when things get tough. It happens in history. It happens in business. It happens in life. People who rise too fast always fall the hardest. The victory of the chosen ones. It may feel unfair to see narcissists getting ahead while you struggle, but do not envy easy success. It never lasts. What lasts is wisdom, strength, true power that comes from overcoming battles, not avoiding them. While the narcissist rushes to the top and eventually crumbles, you are being built to last. And when the time is right, you won't just rise, you will stay standing. The world is a battlefield, but this war is not fought with swords or guns. It is a battle of energy, influence, and purpose. On one side, you have narcissists, masters of deception, chaos, and distraction. They thrive in confusion, manipulating those around them, feeding on power, and drawing others into their web of selfish desires. On the other side, you have chosen ones, beacons of truth, resilience, and transformation. They don't seek control or praise. Instead, they bring clarity, healing, and change. They endure suffering, not because they are weak, but because they are here to break the cycle of darkness. Narcissists, agents of distraction. Narcissists serve a purpose in the grand battle of good and evil, but their role is not what they think. They believe they are leaders, rulers, and influencers, but in reality, they are distractions. They drain your energy with manipulation, lies, and emotional games, create division and chaos, turning people against each other, tempt you with shortcuts, pushing you toward corruption, keep you focused on the material world so you never grow spiritually. Their strength is an illusion. Their confidence is fragile. Their power is borrowed from those they deceive. And because their foundation is built on falsehood, they will always fall. Chosen ones, warriors of transformation. While narcissists focus on taking, chosen ones are here to build, uplift, and restore. They carry the burden of truth, often walking lonely roads and facing rejection because their mission is different. They bring light into dark places, exposing deception, inspire change by standing firm in their values, go through hardships because they are being prepared for something greater. Heal others even when they themselves are hurting. Their struggles are not signs of weakness, they are proof of strength. A warrior does not train in comfort. Every trial they face is making them unshakable, so when their moment comes, they will not break. The war is already decided. At times, it seems like narcissists are winning. They have power, influence, and success, but their victories are temporary. Darkness cannot stand forever. Lies always crumble under the weight of truth. The chosen ones are not losing. They are being refined, prepared, and strengthened for the moment when their light will shine the brightest. Because in the end, light does not fear darkness, it overcomes it. In a world full of noise, silence is a rare and powerful force. While narcissists desperately seek attention, validation, and control, chosen ones find their greatest strength in stillness, solitude, and connection with God. Narcissists believe power comes from being seen, praised, and feared. They dominate conversations, demand admiration, and manipulate others to feed their fragile egos. But their power is loud because it is weak. True power doesn't shout, it is felt. It comes from deep within, unshaken by external chaos. This is the power of the chosen ones. Narcissists, slaves to attention. Narcissists cannot survive without an audience. Their self-worth depends on how others see them. Without constant praise, admiration, or control, they feel empty. They thrive on manipulation, using words to twist reality in their favor. Fear silence because it forces them to face their own emptiness. Use distractions, avoiding deep self-reflection at all costs. Seek control over others because they have no control over themselves. Their entire existence is a performance, and without an audience, they are nothing. Chosen ones, strength in solitude. While narcissists fear silence, chosen ones embrace it. They understand that stillness is not emptiness. It is where true power is found. They withdraw to reflect, understanding that wisdom grows in quiet places. Find strength in solitude, knowing that God's voice is heard in stillness. Do not seek validation because they already know their worth. Control their emotions rather than being controlled by them. While the world moves in chaos, the chosen ones stand firm. Their power does not come from external sources, it comes from within. The unshakable foundation. Silence is where battles are truly won. In moments of solitude, chosen ones receive clarity, wisdom, and direction. They are not distracted by the noise of the world, so they see things clearly. Narcissists may appear strong in the spotlight, but take away their audience and they crumble. Chosen ones, on the other hand, can walk alone and still stand strong. Because true power is not in how loudly you speak, it's in how deeply you know your purpose. History does not remember those who had an easy path. It remembers those who walked through fire, endured unimaginable pain, and still rose above it all. The strongest souls were never those born into comfort and privilege. They were the ones who were broken, cast aside, and tested beyond their limits, yet refused to be defeated. Their suffering became the foundation of their greatness. When we look at the lives of those who changed the world, a pattern emerges. Their stories are not of ease but of hardship. Before they became legends, they were misunderstood, outcast, and faced relentless opposition. But that suffering was never meaningless. It was a process of refinement, shaping them into the forces of transformation they were destined to be. Consider the lives of prophets, visionaries, and revolutionaries. Many of them faced betrayal, isolation, and trials that seemed unbearable. They were mocked, persecuted, and doubted by those around them. Yet through every hardship they grew stronger. Their pain became wisdom. Their struggles became their testimony. What was meant to break them instead built them into something indestructible. The world often mistakes suffering for punishment. But for the chosen ones, suffering is preparation. The fire that burns them is the same fire that purifies them. When everything is stripped away, when they are left with nothing but their faith, resilience, and inner strength, that is when they truly awaken. This is why the strongest souls often come from the most broken places. They have walked through darkness and learned how to create light. Narcissists, on the other hand, fear brokenness. They fear struggle, humility, and anything that exposes their weakness. They hide behind masks of confidence and success, terrified of being truly seen. Unlike the chosen ones, they do not embrace pain as a teacher. Instead, they run from it, seeking temporary victories and fleeting validation. But history does not remember those who avoided struggle. It remembers those who faced it head-on and emerged stronger. There is no greatness without suffering. Every trial, every loss, every heartbreak is a step toward transformation. The chosen ones may feel broken now, but that brokenness is not the end of their story. It is only the beginning. One day, the world will see what was hidden all along. Their pain was never a sign of weakness. It was the foundation of their destiny. Endurance is not just about surviving, it's about becoming something greater than you were before. When life tests you, when everything seems to be working against you, it is easy to question why. Why do some people seem to have everything handed to them while you struggle? Why does every step forward feel like a battle? The answer lies in patience and endurance. Suffering is not a punishment, it is preparation. The hardships you face are not meant to break you, but to shape you into someone unshakable. Think of a sword being forged in fire. It must endure intense heat, relentless hammering, and precise sharpening before it becomes a weapon of strength. Without this process, it remains a piece of raw metal, ordinary, weak, and unrefined. In the same way, your struggles are refining you for a future that demands divine strength. Look at history, at the lives of those who changed the world. None of them had an easy path. The greatest leaders, prophets, and warriors all walked through darkness before they stepped into their destiny. Their patience and endurance were tested because they were meant for something greater. If they had given up in their suffering, they would never have become the legends we remember today. Narcissists, on the other hand, chase quick rewards. They take shortcuts, manipulate situations, and seek instant gratification, but what comes easily also fades easily. Their success is often temporary, built on fragile foundations. Meanwhile, the chosen ones walk the harder path, but their rewards are eternal. The patience they develop, the endurance they build, these things make them unshakable. So, when you feel like giving up, remember this. The pressure you are under is not meant to destroy you, but to strengthen you. The endurance you are developing now will carry you through the battles ahead. One day, you will look back and realize that everything you endured was necessary to become the person you were always meant to be. The path of the chosen one is never easy. It is filled with trials, betrayals, losses, and endless struggles that seem to have no purpose. Many times it feels unfair. Why do narcissists who manipulate and deceive seem to rise so easily, while the ones with pure hearts and noble intentions are constantly tested? But what if this suffering is not a punishment but a preparation? What if the trials of the chosen ones are forging them into something greater, something that narcissists could never achieve? History and scripture have always shown a clear pattern. Those who are destined for greatness must first endure hardship. The trials they face are not random. They are carefully designed to build resilience, wisdom, and an unshakable spirit. Unlike narcissists who rely on deceit and shortcuts, the chosen ones are forced to grow through their struggles. Every loss they experience teaches them something. Every betrayal strengthens their discernment. Every moment of suffering refines their character. Narcissists, on the other hand, thrive on external validation. Their power is built on illusions, money, status, control over others. But because their foundation is weak, their downfall is inevitable. They may seem to be winning in the short term, but their so-called success is built on lies, and lies always crumble under truth. The universe operates on balance, and what is gained without integrity will eventually be lost. History has proven time and time again that those who rise through deception eventually fall the hardest. But for the chosen ones, the reward is different. Their growth is internal. Their struggles shape them into leaders, healers, and visionaries. When they finally rise, their success is not dependent on wealth or recognition. It is unshakable because it is built on truth. They develop a strength that cannot be taken away, a wisdom that guides them, and a purpose that extends beyond themselves. Unlike the narcissist who constantly fears losing their false power, the chosen one becomes someone who cannot be broken no matter what happens. One of the greatest rewards of the chosen ones is that their success is lasting. It does not fade like the temporary victories of the narcissist. The hardships they endure are like seeds planted deep in the soil. While they may not see immediate results, those seeds are growing beneath the surface, preparing for an abundant harvest. When the time is right, the chosen ones will rise, not in fleeting success, but in a way that changes the world around them. Their pain was never wasted. It was an investment into something eternal. There is a reason why narcissists fear truly awakened chosen ones. A chosen one who has endured pain, mastered patience, and embraced their purpose is unstoppable. They no longer seek validation. They no longer doubt their path. And most importantly, they no longer fear the struggles that come their way because they understand that every trial is leading them to something greater. So if you are a chosen one struggling right now, remember this. Your pain has a purpose. Your trials are not signs of failure, but proof that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. When the narcissists of the world crumble under their own deception, you will stand strong, elevated far beyond what they could ever imagine. For far too long, the world has been dominated by deception. Narcissists, manipulators, and those who thrive on power and control have ruled while the chosen ones have struggled in the shadows. These self-serving individuals built their empires on lies, climbed the ladder of success by stepping on others, and convinced the world that greed, arrogance, and deceit were the keys to power. But something is shifting. The illusion is breaking. The world is waking up, and the time of narcissists ruling is coming to an end. For years, narcissists have relied on one thing: ignorance. They have flourished because people were asleep, blind to their manipulations, easily deceived by their charm, and quick to believe the false images they projected. But awareness is rising. More and more people are seeing through the illusion. The chosen ones, who have long been silenced and oppressed, are now stepping into their power. They are no longer afraid to speak the truth, to stand their ground, and to break free from the systems that once kept them in chains. This shift is not just personal, it is global. The world is no longer willing to accept leaders, influencers, or authority figures who operate without integrity. People are rejecting the old ways of power-hungry rulers and are searching for those who lead with wisdom, authenticity, and purpose. The chosen ones, once mocked for their struggles, are now being recognized as the ones who hold real strength. But why is this happening now? Because deception has an expiration date. The narcissists who once seemed untouchable are now being exposed. Their lies are unraveling. Their empires are crumbling. The universe always balances itself, and those who rise through corruption will always fall in due time. Meanwhile, the chosen ones, those who endured suffering, who walked through darkness but never lost their light, are stepping into their destined positions. The biggest mistake narcissists ever made was underestimating the endurance of the chosen ones. While they relied on deception, the chosen ones were developing resilience. While they chased temporary victories, the chosen ones were building something eternal. And now, as the world shifts, the tables are turning. The last shall be first. The hidden ones shall be revealed. And those who ruled through darkness will be powerless in the presence of the awakened. This is not just a change, it is a revolution. The chosen ones will no longer be the ones suffering while others thrive off their energy. They will rise not through force, but through their wisdom, strength, and divine calling. The age of illusion is ending. The time of truth has begun. For too long, the world has been under the rule of deception, manipulation, and false power. Narcissists have strutted through life, appearing untouchable, basking in admiration, and feeding on the validation of others. They have taken shortcuts, used people, and built their kingdoms on fragile foundations of illusion. Meanwhile, the chosen ones, those with pure hearts, those who walk in truth and light, have endured endless trials, hardship, and rejection. They have faced pain that seemed unbearable, obstacles that felt impossible to overcome, and betrayals that cut them to the core. But what if everything they endured was not in vain? What if every tear, every struggle, every moment of suffering was part of a grander plan? The tides are turning. The illusion of the narcissist's strength is fading. Their power was never real. It was borrowed, stolen, and fabricated through deceit. The reason they seemed to win was not because they were truly strong, but because they were allowed to play their role. They were given the stage for a time, but the play is coming to an end. The world is waking up. People are seeing through the masks. The charm no longer works. The tricks are failing, and the chosen ones who have been hidden, broken, and humbled are rising like a phoenix from the ashes. Pain was never meant to destroy the chosen ones. It was meant to refine them. Gold is not pure until it has been through the fire. Diamonds do not shine until they have been cut and shaped. Warriors are not made in comfort but through battle. Every wound, every heartbreak, every moment of despair was forging something unbreakable within the chosen ones. While narcissists built their strength on external validation, the chosen ones built theirs in the unseen. They cultivated patience when no one was watching. They grew in wisdom while they were in solitude. They became resilient when the world ignored them. Their strength is not loud, but it is eternal. Their power is not showy, but it is real. The ultimate shift is happening now. The chosen ones are stepping into their power, not through force or manipulation, but through destiny. They do not need to take shortcuts because their journey has already prepared them. They do not need validation because their foundation is unshakable. They do not need to seek revenge because time itself will reveal the truth. While narcissists desperately cling to their fading illusion of control, the chosen ones walk forward, knowing that their rise is inevitable. If you have felt like your struggles have been too much to bear, know this. You were never being punished. You were being prepared. Every time you thought you were alone, you were being watched over. Every time you felt rejected, you were being redirected. Every loss was making space for something greater. The reason you face so much hardship is because your purpose is too great for an easy road. If you had taken shortcuts, you would not have the wisdom, strength, or resilience to handle the blessings that are coming. Now is the time to stand tall. The chosen ones must no longer doubt themselves. They must no longer shrink back in fear. They must no longer apologize for their strength, their wisdom, or their light. The world needs them now more than ever.